Welcome back. A New York Magazine article claiming that opposing Joe Biden is supporting authoritarianism and helping set up a coup.
Here to react, Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, good morning. Take it away.
Happy Friday.
Yeah,
this was written by Kim Jong-un, the Taliban. Who wrote this exactly? Okay, that's right. The writer's name is Jonathan Chait, and he appears to be screaming to conform to one side, one political team, or be labeled anti-democracy, which is the ultimate contradiction packed into one sentence. Jonathan Chait is the same guy who wrote 20 years ago that the 2000 election was stolen from Al Gore. And now he's arguing that unless you support $3.5 trillion in new spending during a time when core inflation is at a 30-year high, or unless you support a border that is so open that we're on pace to allow more than 2.3 million people into this country, or unless you support the Department of Justice's effort to crack down on parents who care about what their kids are being taught, or unless you pretend that the current administration is competent enough to run the government, which a majority of Americans now feel it is not, you're the problem. And if you want Exhibit A on how desperate Democratic cheerleaders in the media are over the real possibility that their party's majority will be wiped out in 2022 and in the 2024 election, regardless of who the nominees are, whether it's Trump or Biden or Kamala Harris or Nikki Haley or Ron DeSantis, this piece absolutely reeks of that desperation, guys.
Yeah, stop with the coup stuff. There's not a coup. There's not going to be a coup. Relax with the coup. MSNBC and CNN keep up this narrative. That's the reason nobody's watching them. And this gaslighting that you see in a headline like this, have we ever seen as much authoritarian rule, Joe Concha, as we've seen in the last 9 months under Joe Biden?
Wow, that's precisely right. We talked about, obviously, with the Department of Justice and parents like me, if I have a problem with what my kid's being taught in school, I'm going to be labeled a domestic terrorist. Okay, I say to Merrick Garland, if I go to a school board meeting and I say, look, I think that we should be concentrating on the blocking and tackling of reading and writing and math instead of focusing on race and having my kid look at everything through the prism of race, I'm a domestic terrorist? Okay, come arrest me by all means. Happy to serve the time. That alone is one part of the many parts of that you're saying, Todd, here, as far as this administration acting more authoritarian than any we've seen in modern history in this country.
Let's talk about this for a second, because Nikki Haley is firing back after another network slams her for saying America isn't racist. Take a look at this.
The former governor whitewashed the ups and downs of the American experience with racism and the challenges still ahead, all apparently to appeal to the conservative base.
It's amazing to me how the liberal media can't stand it when someone black or brown happens to talk about the fact that America is the best country in the world. I'm going to keep saying it. We should all talk about the blessings of America.
What is your reaction to that?
Optimism versus pessimism, right? And I'm not even sure that Nikki Haley even needed to respond here. The morning show where this comment was made is the TV version of a tree falling in the forest and nobody hearing it. Fox and Friends, which competes with the CNN New Day, where that was made, triples their ratings at 6 and 7 and 8 a.m. So just throwing that out there. But the CNN person who made this comment also is ironically labeled as an anchor at the network. You know, just like those objective anchors like Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon, who obviously were cloned in the spirit of Cronkite and mud. But this is what CNN, a network that has lost 75% of its audience since the beginning of the year, 3 in 4 viewers are now gone. This is what they do. They play the race card from the bottom of the deck. It also, with few exceptions, has much interest in holding the current administration and president to account, because it serves at the pleasure of the Democratic Party by purging anything resembling dissenting voices on that network. You show me any pro-Trump person on that network, I haven't seen them. They've all basically been told to go away. And conservatives in general, you rarely see. It's just screeds like this from anchors that we get at this point, and that's why this network is struggling as much as it is, guys.
What has been
Happy
so
Friday.
horrible? What has been so horrible about her experience that she hates this country apparently so much? And also, you're on morning TV. Smile every now and again. It's supposed to make people's mornings brighter. You're supposed to laugh and have fun and be funny, not be a funeral procession for 3 hours. That's it, Joe.
Yeah, it's I know. It's performance art, guys.
Yeah.
It's Cinemax at 3 o'clock in the morning kind of performance art.
I wouldn't say
anyway,
Cinemax.
We'll end it on that note.
I wouldn't say Cinemax. I think
All right,
if
we're
Cinemax,
out of time.
People would watch.
Thanks, Joe.
Joe, thanks.